The paradox we are about to explore is called the retrocausality paradox. Imagine time as a thin silk thread, yet not pulled taut forward as we assume, but twisting, bending, and folding back upon itself in silent loops. This paradox invites us to reconsider the gentle logic of cause and effect, to ask if what has yet to be might already touch what has been. In the quiet spaces between moments, the past might be laced with whispers of the future, echoes not yet born, but quietly waiting to speak. Such a mystery unsettles our hearts as much as our minds, weaving reflection into our breath, and inviting us to feel if time itself flows not as a line, but a circle, endless and alive. Picture the mind as a darkened room, faintly lit by a solitary candle where shadows threaten to merge and dissolve. The retrocausality paradox flickers in this dim light as a question both strange and tender. Can the future reach back and gently stroke the contours of past moments, shaping them as a potter molds clay? It turns our sense of time inside out, lingering like a fragile melody played backwards, both haunting and beautiful. This paradox doesn't demand answers but cradles uncertainty as a precious secret, urging us to sit quietly with the unsettling idea that the future's soft fingers may already be tracing patterns upon the fabric of yesterday. Meet Clara, a woman standing at a fork in her quiet city evening. A coin spins between her fingers, suspended mid-air like frozen time, reflecting dim candlelight and shadowed hope. The coin's flight should be mere chance, but Clara feels a sudden weight in her chest well before the coin lands. A rush of regret stirs as if she already knows the outcome, a secret whispered by tomorrow into the stillness of now. Her heart tiptoes on an unseen thread, caught in the paradox's gentle snare. In this moment, suspended between choice and consequence, Clara's world blurs, tangled in the delicate weave of what is and what may yet be. Clara's eyes glisten with unshed questions beneath the soft glow of a single desk lamp. She analyzes the subtle tremor in her hands as the coin's decision presses silently against the edge of reality. Each breath carries the paradox deeper into her bones, mixing relief with an aching premonition. Her small room, scattered with remnants of a life carefully lived, old journals, half-sipped tea, a tarnished pocket watch, becomes a sanctuary and a trap. Within these walls, Clara wrestles with understanding if the future's gentle voice is a gift or a burden. Her solitude is punctuated with whispers of possibility, and an ache for a certainty that continually slips away before dawn. As days fold into nights, Clara's experience blooms into an inner conflict, a dance between forcing answers and surrendering to mystery. Each moment echoes with the suspicion that her choices might not arise purely from her will, but from echoes cast backward by unseen tomorrows. In crowded rooms or quiet streets, she catches herself recoiling from decisions already made by the ripple of future cause. The paradox tangles her thoughts, blurring lines between fate and freedom, leaving her suspended between trust and doubt. Her reflection in the cracked mirror fragments into multiple selves, each wondering who truly holds the reins, her present self, or a shadow cast by a future yet to come. Clara's nights are stitched with restless dreams, visions where time folds soft as fabric, and her footsteps circle endlessly back upon paths already taken. She traces an invisible thread linking her past decisions to intangible futures. The sensation is both a comfort and a cage, a lullaby whispered by a world where cause and effect lose their sharp edges, where moments fold gently inside one another. She searches for meaning in the spaces between, feeling how the future's silent pull may shape her memories, her hopes, even her fears. This unfolding tension tightens around her like a smoky veil, heavy and impossible yet strangely delicate, inviting her to question what is truly hers to command. Then comes a moment of quiet shift, when Clara's heart stops chasing certainty and listens instead to the paradox's subtle murmur. She senses the future, not as a distant shadow, but as a current flowing softly within her now. The burden of choice lightens as she begins to see time not as a strict ruler, but as an embrace, fluid and partial. What once was a maddening riddle becomes a gentle wave she can float upon, a rhythm of becoming that unfolds beyond linear constraints. In this moment, Clara glimpses a deeper truth, that perhaps the threads of future and past entwine to form a meaning that transcends simple answers, one woven with acceptance and quiet wonder. Clara's fragmented selves begin to harmonize in whispered conversations beneath flickering candlelight. Each part of her, seeker, skeptic, dreamer, listens patiently to the others, weaving a new narrative not bound by the strict laws of cause and effect. She no longer fears the paradox, but embraces its fluid dance, finding refuge in the ambiguity it offers. In the stillness, a profound calm settles, as if time's river has widened into a peaceful lake. Clara learns that in relinquishing the need to control or understand fully, she opens herself to a more expansive experience, where the self is both shaped and shaping, moving softly within endless loops of becoming. At last, Clara lets go of the endless striving and rests gently within time's embrace, inhaling moments that ripple quietly beyond comprehension. No longer shackled by the push and pull of cause and effect, she moves with a tender grace, feeling the paradox whispering like wind through willow leaves. The future, past, and present fold thinly into one whispered breath. In this stillness, Clara discovers a fragile peace, not perfect knowledge, but a quiet surrender to the mystery of time's great dance. It is here, in the soft twilight of her understanding, that the paradox transforms from puzzle to companion, lighting her path with a candle's gentle glow. So as you drift in the quiet between waking and sleep, ask yourself this gentle question. If the future can reach back softly to touch the past, what secret might it be trying to share with you right now? Is it regret, a whisper of hope, or a tender invitation to trust the unfolding mystery of time? In that fragile moment, might you feel the invisible threads that weave your story, connecting things not yet lived with memories you thought were fixed? And might you find that within this enigma lies not confusion, but a deep and tender freedom, one that welcomes both certainty and doubt in the hush of night?